Welcome to the pants party. Pants are hands down my favorite item of clothing, and that's because one pair of pants can change the entire vibe of your outfit. I think it's just because they take up more physical space on the outfit than any other item, but whatever the reason, a good pair of pants can just take the outfit all the way there. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a lot of common styles of pants, as well as good shoes that you can pair them with, because the interaction between the pant and the shoe is also crucial, and there's a million ways you can do that. So the most classic pair of pants, in my opinion, is a straight leg. That is what it sounds like. It just starts in the thigh and continues all the way down to the ankle in a pretty much straight line. Now this is a pair of Levi's 501s. I bought these vintage at a thrift shop, but as you can see, they just create a nice, long, lean line. I personally like to wear these with a shoe that's high top or a boot that just goes right under the ankle like that, because it all helps to create that single straight line. But you can also wear this with a low top. It's really the most versatile silhouette in my opinion. It'll pretty much flatter any kind of shoe. Now straight legs come in many different fits. This one is a little bit roomier in the thigh, but as you can see, the overall shape is still very much a straight line, and you can see how well it blends with those shoes. Now there's going to be a lot of subtle variations in fit between different pairs of straight legs, but the same idea is always there. It's just a very versatile silhouette. Like if this were an RPG video game, this would be like the human knight character. Just that well-rounded, does a little bit of everything character, the same way that this pair of pants goes with basically any pair of shoes. Next we have the slim straight, which is pretty much what it sounds like, a slimmer version of the straight leg I just showed you. These can create a very slender, flattering silhouette, especially if you're a leaner guy like me. I think they can look really good. They can even give you a little bit more of that rock and roll edge. I kind of played into that here by leaving a frayed hem at the bottom and just having these kind of thrashed pair. But you got to be careful. These can get very uncomfortable if they don't have any elastic in them. This silhouette was really popular in the 2010s with pairs such as the Levi's 511. What's nice about a slim straight versus a skinny jean is that you still have some room in the ankle for it to go over a high top or boot. Now we're getting into tapered pant territory. This is a pair of slim tapers. So whereas the last was a slim straight, these ones get narrower the further down you go. And this is a great alternative to skinny jeans. If you don't want to fully commit to that punk or rock and roll look, these will still lengthen your leg, give you that really lean, really slim silhouette. But the thing is that because the ankle gets so small to achieve that effect, you can't go over the shoe anymore. So I think it can look really weird when these just run right into the shoe. So I prefer them to either hover right above the shoe or just barely kiss the top of the shoe. So knowing that, I would say that a low top shoe like these Vans or a pair of penny loafers is a natural fit for a slim taper, so you can keep the leg nice and long. But even if you want to wear it with a boot or a high top sneaker, I would just recommend giving it a cuff or even having them hemmed really high specifically for that. Now we arrive at the infamous skinny jean. I'm recording this in 2022 when these things are not trendy whatsoever, but they were super popular in the 2010s, and to be honest, I think that if you gravitate toward punk, rock and roll, or otherwise edgy looks, these can be a great staple. Now, much like the slim taper, the narrow ankle on these is going to mean that they're a natural fit for a low top shoe or a high top but cuffed above it. Like these are pretty high hemmed. But that being said, skinny jeans are so close to the body that you can actually do this thing that you might be aware of called stacking, where you get pants that are extra long and let them kind of crumple around the ankle, because those crumples won't look too out of place because they're so close to the body. This one, on the other hand, is very popular in 2022, and this is the relaxed straight leg or just wide leg pant. Just like the normal straight leg, it goes in a pretty much straight line from thigh to ankle. This one is just much wider. Now, I prefer these with a nice chunky sneaker because it just balances out the width of the pant. If you have a really narrow sneaker or shoe, it can look a little bit out of place with a super wide pant. Some people kind of like that clash, but for me, I like to keep things in proportion. Also, when it comes to meeting the shoe, I go by the mantra looser, longer, which means that, see, if you have these really high up like that, they tend to kind of bell out to the side and make some weird shapes. But if you let them be a little bit longer and actually crumple and break a little over the top of the shoe, it just kind of flows and becomes one solid line. Relaxed fit cargos are another really timeless style. I think they can just add some cool ruggedness and toughness to any outfit. They're great for streetwear looks, and they go with those same shoes I was showing you with the first straight leg pant. The same concept applies. There's room for the shoe to slide right underneath. Now, I didn't show them here, but workwear pants usually come in a relaxed, straight fit as well. And just like denim, duck canvas really wears in nicely, so the longer you wear your workwear pants, the cooler they're gonna look. Now, this is a more rare fit of pant, but I think it's very flattering to a wide variety of body types. This is the relaxed taper, also sometimes called a carrot fit, and it starts off nice and relaxed in the thigh, then becomes narrower as it gets towards the ankle. But because it's still very wide overall, you can still slide a shoe underneath it. I think that these really just kind of give you the best of both worlds. You get that kind of casual, loose, relaxed vibe, while also having a kind of smart, tailored, sharp look. This is a pair of relaxed, straight workwear pants that I had my tailor take from an 18 to a 15-inch leg opening. This pair, on the other hand, came as a relaxed taper. This is a pair of 90s Levi's 550s. The 550 is currently made as a straight relaxed, but back then they were making them as a tapered relaxed. And you still get that relaxed yet smart look. And it naturally suits the shape of the body, by the way, because most people's thighs are wider than their calves. The last fit of pants I want to talk about is a flare. Now, I haven't personally owned a pair since the early 2000s, and I need to get a pair because I actually like them a lot. And the thing about flares is that when you think of them, you probably think of 70s bell bottoms. And that is one option, but that is actually more of a dramatic flare. So there are several options, right? You can have a flare that starts wide and then gets even wider. You can have a flare that starts slim and then gets super wide, and that's typically more of what we'd see in the 70s. That's a bell bottom. And then you just have a classic boot cut. And a boot cut is what it sounds like. It's designed with more room at the bottom to go over a boot and give it some room. And that actually creates a very nice, long, lean silhouette. So on a guy like me who has kind of shorter legs, having a really dramatic bell bottom would actually make me look shorter. But if you have a very slight boot cut, that can just go right over a shoe, make it all look like one long, clean line. If you're wearing heels, you can just have the heel go under that and you won't even see the heel, so you just look even taller. It's a really great item. A flare can also look really good with a super chunky sneaker because, again, like the relaxed straight, you've got a lot of room at the bottom and that room can meet the shoe nicely and, again, all look like one line, have that thing that I call flow. So as always, wear what you want, but as a general rule of thumb, if you have shorter legs and you want to look a little longer and leaner, then go for a slim boot cut. And then if you're taller and maybe you want something to kind of shorten you or just want to have some fun with it, go with like a wide flare pant that starts wide and gets even wider. That can be a very dramatic statement. So that's it for now. There's a lot more fits of pant and a lot more ways to interact with the shoe. I'll go into that in future videos. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you want to see more of related to pants and style in general, or if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you. Thank you all for the support since last week. It's been awesome to see you follow me over here, and be sure to like and subscribe because the more you support me, the more videos I'm gonna make. Until next time, take care and wear some great pants.